Good afternoon, or good evening rather. My name is Jamal McBride. I'm 31 years young. I was born in Newark, New Jersey, to two of the most caring and compassionate parents I could have asked for. My childhood was basically normal until the age of 5 when my dad decided to go and fight his demons. He was a Vietnam veteran and suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder, and he also had an addiction to cocaine. After my dad left, life continued, but things were different. I saw my mother struggling to raise 4 kids alone, and it was just not the same anymore. I always told myself that one day I would make it easier on my mom, but until the age of 16, I was somewhat of a burden. I can remember getting suspended from school no less than once a month, and mom had to take off from work to bring me back to school. Somehow I managed to get good grades, because I always had an inquisitive mind and I valued my education. But I guess looking back, I suppose I was only making a play for attention. So at 16, I started hanging out with the neighborhood hoodlums, smoking weed, robbing and stealing, which led to my first period of incarceration, which lasted a year. Upon my release, I picked up at precisely the same point I left off on, but this time I decided to sell drugs instead of physically taking it from people. This proved to be my undoing. I began getting the attention that I lacked throughout childhood. I became popular with the ladies, I was making more money than a lot of adults, and I thought I had arrived. I never wanted to do anything else but live the life of an outlaw. I could get high all day, every day, go shopping when I wanted. I had friends, girlfriends, and life was just so easy. So I ran in place for a while, getting nowhere fast while the years went past. Then I hit a brick wall. 4 drug charges in 1 year. Possession with intent to distribute in the school zone. 3 aggravated assaults on the police. I was sent to prison. I served 15 months. I came home for a year. And during that year, I was stabbed in my stomach by a rival drug dealer over drugs and a girl. I got arrested 3 more times for possession of a weapon. And I got sent back to prison for 18 months. I was released in July 2007. In October 2007, I was cut on my neck with a box cutter, and I woke up in the hospital with the surgeon at my bedside. She looked in my eyes and she said, "Mr. McBride, I operated on you about a year ago when you were stabbed in your stomach." She said, "I don't know what's going on in your life, but whatever it is, you need to make a change." She told me that the razor just missed my carotid artery by ½ a centimeter, and that if I would have been 2 more minutes late to the hospital, I wouldn't be here now. I remember like it was yesterday watching the blood squirt from my neck, thinking I was going to die, and praying to God at the same time to let me live. He showed me mercy that day, and I vowed to change my life in return. Everything under the sun has a purpose, and God doesn't make mistakes or coincidences. I believe this with every fiber of my being. Since I tried to live my life my way and was so unsuccessful I almost lost it twice, I decided to step aside and let God guide my footsteps, which has landed me at the Market Street Mission. I came here November 2nd of last year, and it's just, a lot of people complain about little stuff, but I don't complain about basically nothing. Like, I'm just happy to be here. When people ask me how my day's going, I always say it could be better and it could be worse. That's like my motto and my mantra, because that's the way I live my life now. I really believe that things could always be worse, so I always look at the bright side of things. Since I've been here, I've been praying every morning. I'm so much more spiritual than when I walked in the door. And like I said, I believe everything happened for a reason. I believe God led me here to help me see some things in my life that I wasn't able to see because I was out there doing all these things that I know I shouldn't have been doing. And I'm happy to have gone through this process. I'm glad to be graduating, and I hope to continue, on the road to recovery and build my life back up to the place where I feel like I should be. Along the way, I would like to thank all the staff here, from Chaplain Green, Chap Cole, Phil Dozier, even though he's not staff, Miss Rosita, my counselor Craig Perry, Miss Diane. I'm not sure if I'm missing anybody, but everybody here they've pretty much been wonderful. Chris Straza, he's a pretty good guy. Like everybody in here, they care so much about the individuals here. Like, you can tell that a lot of people sincerely want to help. So I figure I would be a fool to not accept the help from these people because I need help. So I might as well get it while I'm here. And I would just like to thank my classmates for putting up with my antics. I know I'm somewhat of an obnoxious person sometimes, and I love it. But, you know, I like my classmates. I'm glad I had this time and experience with them. And I just wish everybody the best success. Thank you very much.